So bathing a ringworm cat. Before I've started, as you can see, I've got gloves on and I've got a gown on. That's really important because while you're doing this, the cat's probably going to be trying to get out of the water. They're going to be kind of squirmy, and you're probably going to end up getting contaminated. So make sure you're wearing something that you can either throw out or bleach, and gloves are really important. If you want to be extra keen, tape your gloves to your gown. That will just make things less easy to get contaminated on your skin, on your wrists. So I'm gowned up. I also have the kitten's kennel all clean and ready. I've sanitized it. So once this kitten's clean, I'm not going to be putting them in a dirty kennel. I'm going to be putting them in a completely sanitized, ringworm-free kennel because there's no point in putting in the effort to sanitize this kitty and put him back in a dirty kennel. So I've got this sweet little kitty here. So that's the first thing you need. You should also have a towel for that kitty, and then 2 more medium-sized towels. And I also like to have a few little face cloths too. And for this kitty, she has kind of gunky eyes, so I've got these little makeup pads for her face. We're gonna have a little bit of time to wait with the kitty, so any medications, any grooming you need to do, you can do that while you wait, so have that all prepared. I also have the ProSeb Blue shampoo. That's what we're gonna be using to wash the cat with first. You can have a little scrubber, a little sponge or whatever. I'm just going to be lathering the cat with my hands. And also I have the sulfur lime dip, which is the last step that we're going to be doing with the kitties. Alright, so let's get started. I filled up the sink with some lukewarm water. Don't make it too hot. Don't do it the temperature you would want for yourself for a bath. Do it just to what you would describe as warm, but definitely not hot. Also, with this water, you're not going to be able to feel the actual temperature with your gloves. The gloves kind of stop the heat. Something I figured out to do, and I know it looks stupid, but when you have the water running, you can check it with your face. So I just lean over and see if I can feel if the water's a good temperature. So this water is. Also, I'm going to put down a little towel on the bottom for the cat, just so that they have something to stand on and they're not slipping around. Honestly, if this cat is really squirmy and not going to be a good bathing kitten, I would skip that step because then they won't have anything to get a grip on. They can be fighting you on the bath, but they'll just be slipping around on the sink, which is kind of to your favor. All right, so let's get started. I filled up the sink beforehand because what cats really don't like is the sound of the water running. It really freaks them out. So if you can fill up the sink before, that's ideal. Right away she knows what's going on, so she's going to be trying to climb up your neck. Try to avoid that because you don't want to get ringworm there. Alright, Bobo. Alrighty, so just starting by getting the cat wet. You want the cat to be completely saturated. She actually ripped one of my gloves, but I'm wearing 2 layers, so no big deal. But at this point, if you had your gloves ripped, then I would definitely go change them. Alrighty. That's why this is also really nice to do with a second person, because now you've got a wet cat in the sink, so if you have to go get something or whatever, there's not a lot of options for what you can do. Okay, so I've got the cat completely wet. I'm going to drain the sink. Sorry, Bobo. I know. And we can get started with the shampoo. You want to use, I don't know, about a dime size. I just use a little bit to get coated on the top. So I'm going to lather in the top. I know. Hopefully your ringworm cat is shaved, so you don't have to get it too much lathered, but these ones have kind of longer fur now, so I'm just going to try to rub it in. The cat will be trying to get away from you. Just keep one hand to lather and the other hand to keep a good grip on them. Tail's really important. Basically everything's important. You want to get the tail, you want to get the back, the belly, the armpits are really important. So make sure to focus on that. The only thing we're avoiding is the face. Especially this is a Persian cat, and we don't want them getting it anywhere near their nose because of their squished faces. Yeah, they have some respiratory issues, so we want to avoid that. This is a really good kitty, and she's really easy to bathe. So she's making things pretty easy on me. I know, baby. So I'm getting the belly now. I'm getting in the little creases. So this is called our ProSeb Blue Shampoo. The step after this is the sulfur lime dip. And you can only administer the sulfur lime dip after they've had the blue shampoo. Otherwise, apparently it won't work. I'm just making sure I'm getting the paws. So again, we're avoiding the face. If this gets in their eyes, they can develop ulcers. It's really, really, really important to avoid their face. We'll get their face later, and I will show you that. All right, baby. I've also blacklit these kitties, and I know that they don't have ringworm actively on their face right now, so don't have to focus on the face too much. All right, this cat is completely lathered, and that means I get to now take a clean, dry towel. You don't want to use a wet towel because they will, because they'll be cold. Come here, and you get to burrito the kitten. Woo! I know, it caught you, baby. And this is the point where you get to hang out with the kitty a bit. So since we didn't do the face, we get to do that now. Oh, there you go, baby. So this kitty has really gunky eyes. And like I said before, she doesn't have any ringworm, but I can show you how you can do it. So I'm taking a makeup pad. If they have any like little creases or whatever, you can also take a little Q-tip. Just getting this a bit wet. And then I can clean up her face a little bit. She's got really gunky eyes. So just do your best. A lot of cats get ringworm in their ears. So if that's the case, just take some shampoo and really gently do it. Just really, really make sure to avoid the eyes. And also the nose. Especially with a cat like this, she's got the tiniest little pushed-in nose. So we want to be extra careful with a kitty like this. Okay, so I could spend a lot of time doing this, and I normally will, but I'm going to leave her for now. You leave the ProSeb shampoo on for 10 minutes. So let the cat soak for 10 minutes, and then you can move on to the sulfur lime dip. We already have our next victim. He has been soaking for 10 minutes at least, and he's ready for the sulfur lime dip. I know, Bobo. So let's get the water running at a good temperature. Still a little bit too hot. Okay, that's good. So all we're doing now is we're rinsing the blue shampoo off of our sweet little guy here. I know, and then we can administer the sulfur lime dip. The sulfur lime dip is really effective. One sec. Okay, our water temperature changes, so I always have to keep checking. Sulfur lime dip is very effective. So we're gonna rinse off this guy, and then we're gonna apply the sulfur lime dip, and then it's just gonna stay on them. You kind of wanna monitor the cat for a while after, make sure they're not licking it off of them. And if you don't have a chance to monitor them, it's a good time to put a cone on them. I know, Bobo. The water's getting hotter. I know, buddy. There you go. Let's just get your belly. And then we're all done. This would be a lot easier if our water temperature didn't change constantly, but we do. I know. And let's get your belly. I know. Woo! This is why it's important to have a good grip, because most cats don't like having a bath. Okay. So I'm going to dry them off a bit. I know, Bobo. I know. Poor baby, you're so grumpy. Say hi. Okay. I know. We're dried off. Now we're ready for the sulfur lime. There's a lot of ways you can do this. The way I found the easiest, like you could take a sponge and just apply it. The easiest way I found is I take a little face towel like this, I get it soaking wet, and I wrap the cat in it. Woo. Excuse me. Get your claws out of my hand. And, oh my goodness. Now I can kind of wrap the cat's body in it and soak it into the skin. You want to get the cat completely saturated. Oh, and I'm sure you've noticed, if you're doing this with me at this point, this stuff smells foul. It is probably the worst smelling substance I've ever smelled. And yeah, sorry about that, but it's really effective, and we love to use it for these ringworm kitties. I know, Bobo. So I'm just getting it completely into the cat's skin through their fur, and you're good to go, buddy. I know, you're so upset. Now I can wrap this cat in a brush towel. Ooh. Obviously something dry. I can dry him off a little bit. I know, buddy. We're all done. I know, sweet boy. And then he's ready to go back to his kennel. So as I said, if you're able to monitor the cat for the next 20 minutes while the sulfur lime dries, that's definitely ideal. If you don't have the time to do that, put a cone on the cat and just keep an eye on them, because you don't really want them ingesting it. So this cat is been cleaned in the sulfur lime dip, cleaned in the blue shampoo, then he's soaked. During that time we've medicated, we've cleaned the face, then we've washed off the blue shampoo, administered the sulfur lime dip, and now he gets to go back to his clean kennel. Once he goes back to his kennel, I'm still gonna I'm gonna put on a fresh pair of gloves. Then I'm gonna come back and you have to sanitize your whole bathroom. Make sure you get every area that could have been contaminated with ringworm, and you can do that with bleach or ProxyGuard, which is what we use at Ops, and just sanitize the entire area and let it soak for 10 minutes. All right, Bobo.